So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance to the turns they light. So jump, in the moment. Margella got me feeling iconic. And if you can't groove, she don't want it. Great sex, say less.
Baby, what you talking about? This was something else with that.
It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Jags and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Sunday night.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. You look at the defense for these Texans. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass? That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Red on red.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A short throw to Ingram. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff to Bigsby. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Lawrence. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. They'll run here with Edwards. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was... The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Stroud. Short throw caught by Pitts. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Texans had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Here's Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Now third down and very long.
Oh, hey.
Now Stroud. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And Bigsby once more. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Parker Washington, 73 yards. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Point after, right down the middle. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And Stroud now to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Houston. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
19 Texans. Why Tony? Hey, south.
Throwing now is Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. Throw over the middle is taken in by down. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
We speed left. Red.
They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Hey, Lion.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Thomas brings it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Hey, easy. Route.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Right, let's go. Here we go. So,
Lawrence. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And they'll get this down to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
hey.
On the carry, Bigsby. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run. Edwards. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Uno.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he says, we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Oh, ready.
Stroud working out of the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Stroud looking to throw. That pass complete to Moore.
Holding offense.
Some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets. Inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Parker Washington with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Taking a shot for Dell here. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
South, south, south.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jack. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense had C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Right back to him on first down. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 4.
All right.
They run over center with Mitchell. And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Another run with Mitchell. And some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Hey, uno.
Stroud out of the gun here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
All right. Hey, uno Mars. Look the hot.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are back within a score. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's Lawrence to throw. A short throw to Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. From the gun, Bigsby. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 26-yard line. In motion goes the tight end. Lawrence will throw. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Thomas has got it, complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. But to throw again is Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Hey, south.
Here's Stroud. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Illegal blocking the ball. Return team.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Now Lawrence.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Bigsby. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 8.
Hey, easy. Route.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5.
Oh, ready. Robin.
And Stroud now to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Stroud to throw it. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
7 yards there and a first down. And quickly they get to the line.
And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Stroud.
They'll roll him out right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 9.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Stroud to the right side, and he's got more complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They run it with Mason. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Jordan Mason, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. On the draw is Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Hey, Ryan.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Rip, 23.
A run here with Bigsby. And he's got it down to the 28.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
3rd and 5.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
Back to throw, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
So Stroud and the Texans down by 5, 65 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Here we go.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Stroud to throw it. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow, wow. So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now, they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score when time remains.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
So now all eyes shift to the Jags. Trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A little over 50 seconds remaining. And no other way to say it. They have blown a big lead, but a chance to rescue things late.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And that's complete to Davis.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's Lawrence. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Let's go.
Lawrence. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10.
He's back to throw.
They'll set up a screen for Bigsby.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Back to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
All right.
To Inigo Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Texans, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars,